Hi, and welcome to the world of PHsPeed. My name is Rosie, and in this series of videos, I will introduce PHsPeed version 2.0. This video will show you how you can generate a simple Crud form and what components and properties are. But before you can start, you must define a database connection and a project. Database connections can be set up independently from your project so that you can reuse them. A database connection consists of three parts: the IDE connection to the database, the PDO string to the database, and the PDO parameters. PHsPeed supports all major databases, like Postgres, Progress Open Edge, Oracle, and SQL Server. By default, the system comes with MySQL, MariaDB, and SQLite, and you do not need separate licenses to use them. After setting up the database, you can create your project. Besides the project name, you need to specify the main application, the database connection, the theme, and some security parameters. If you want to know more about all the options, then please look at the separate video about creating a project. New in version 2.0 is the feature to create different project folders to organize your projects. When the project is created, it will add some default components, like the root that contains some properties that control your appearance, a database component that takes care of your connection, and a form that will contain the visual element like edit fields, grids, buttons, and more. The fastest way to start a simple Crud form is by using the application wizard. After selecting the application type, a module name, and the required table, you can generate a basic Crud application in a few seconds. Clicking on the large green play button, PHsPeed will generate and execute the code. The Crud application contains all essential functions to allow scrolling through your data and to insert, modify, or delete records. In another video, I will show you how you can apply user rights to limit access. Whether you use the wizard or create the application completely manual, you can always change the appearance and behavior of the components. Selecting a component on the form will select the same component in the component tree and property editor. You can also select a component in the component tree. Suppose you want to add icons to the toolbar. In the form designer, you only need to select the toolbar and apply properties. The root component controls some basic behavior and look and feel of your application. As an example, I changed the basic theme of the application. As PHsPeed uses Bootstrap, you can apply all available Bootstrap themes you find on the web or create your own. The application wizard has created this application. It will try to use the correct components for the form, like a date selector on date fields. Drop-down fields, however, depend on your data structure and are generated as regular edit fields. To change that, you can change the component type. That can be done from the menu, but I'll do it fully manual as this is a simple sample, just by deleting the field and adding the required one. By applying the drop-down values, PHsPeed will translate the key values into a better readable description. I use a predefined set of values in this sample, but you can also bind the lookup field to a database lookup. The data from the database is bound to your application using a table or query. The data source dispatches the data from the table to your fields. So if you add a database field manually, you need to apply the correct data source and then select the required field. Another way is to apply the table ID or field by opening the database tree and drag-drop the required value on your component. PHsPeed is very flexible and allows you to create your applications fast and consistently with a minimum of coding. Using the form designer, you can create almost any layout you like and are fully responsive. That means that you can use the applications on a variety of platforms, from mobile to desktop. PHsPeed generates standalone PHP applications that you can upload to your web hosting. Once generated, the application is not depending on PHsPeed. In other videos, I will show you more about the features. Thank you for watching.